What's up guys, it's Darthuma. This video is about how skill exhaustion functions in the game of Escape from Tarkov. I was running my FP100 air filter in my hideout, which increases the physical skill gain by 40%. I've been trying to max out my endurance and strength, but let me tell you, it is a slow grind, so I decided to do some testing. When you first load into a raid, your PMC has roughly 129% of possible skill you can gain over time. The more you train the skill, the less experience you gain throughout the raid. Originally, I was just seeing how many smoke nades I could throw before I stopped gaining strength, but after chucking a full vest and backpack of smokes, I was curious as to why I was still gaining 0.2 XP for every nade thrown. I then tested health, vitality, and stress resistance. You do this by yeeting yourself off of a cliff, preferably by God spawn near a resort, on shoreline, and making your legs bleed, letting everything except your stomach black out from bleed. Then you step on a fire while healing only your stomach. After doing this for a while, I noticed if you hover over the picture of your skill, you can see the percent remaining for the skill you can gain. So to summarize the experiment and to efficiently gain skills, if you do these methods when you load in, you start with roughly 129%. Certain variables do come into play with this, so take that number with a grain of salt. The more you use that skill, it will lower into the red, so 90% of the XP will be gained, then 80%, 70%, and so on until you reach 0 and will no longer be able to gain experience for that skill. Certain skills do seem to exhaust themselves faster than others, as you can see later in the video when I tested recoil control by shooting a mag, and it drops by roughly 7% every time I empty a magazine. So while BSG did stop the majority of the player base from cheesing their soft skills, I personally think this was implemented poorly and with unfortunate timing. The only reason I say this is because for those few who had the time to invest early on in the wipe at the beginning of 0.12, they could easily max out a skill, giving an unfair advantage in a game over those who are either new or do not have enough time and can now not reasonably reach max skills, especially since some skills lock quests and hideout upgrades. Not forgetting to mention they can give some crazy perks like super speed and almost infinite run times, or even 35% decrease in recoil, making you a laser beam. Hopefully in the future these skills are overhauled, either by not having as much of an impact on gameplay or by making it less of a grind to upgrade your PMC death machine. For the last chunk of the video, I will show the full time it takes to become exhausted in recoil control so you can see it in action. I appreciate you watching the video. I hope it helps grasp a better understanding on why your skills are so slow at growing and how to be more efficient if you are trying to max them. If you could drop a follow on my twitch.tv/Darthuma, where I stream almost daily, give the YouTube video a thumbs up and a sub, I would greatly appreciate it, and I'll catch you in the next one.
I'm